Hello my friends, welcome to Lean and Clean with Fitness Chef Christine. I'm Christine, your host, and if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. I am a retired chef. I was a pastry chef, I was a caterer, I was a florist, I was a lot of things. But you know, I tell my husband all the time that he'll never get bored because you never know where I'm gonna do next. But I have a real love and passion for nutrition. So I've taken a ton of different nutrition classes along with fitness. I teach water fitness, Pilates, bar, all the fun stuff. I love strength training, I love to be busy. So that is what this podcast is about. It is about fitness, it is about food, it is about fat loss because we're in our midlife area here, and it is about faith. So that is what you're here for. You're in the right place. All right, so we're gonna be making some chicken broth because it is the season for everybody getting sick. It seems like every time I turn around, somebody's not feeling well. I had the great pleasure today of going to a recovery center for women and teaching them nutrition and some basic cooking and some Pilates. That was a wonderful, joyous thing to do. But everybody's there is getting sick because they all live communally, and so it's a battle to stay healthy. Every day I post a daily action. So today's daily action is to cook your own food. Make everything you can from scratch so that you can control what goes in it. First, we're gonna do our chicken broth, that nice gelatinous bone broth. We're making that in the crock pot. It takes 8 hours. It will cook all night. And then I took the chicken that I'll show you next and we made chicken salad. We are going to make some chicken broth. And the reason I'm doing that is because everybody around me is getting cold. Once you have that chicken broth, it is so healing and you won't even need any cold medicine. So let's get it done. I got one rotisserie chicken carcass right here. This is super simple. We're just gonna dump that in, take out the little liner thing, and fill the container with cold water. I'm gonna add some herbs in there. I've got some rosemary, I've got some basil that I've dried. Just gonna cover that chicken. We're gonna put it on slow cook. I like to use the Instapot at night so it doesn't smell up the house and keep me awake all night. But we're gonna put it on low and slow, so it's gonna go for 8 hours while we sleep. I'm gonna take the rotisserie chicken legs and put them in there with the meat on them and everything. And then tomorrow, once it's all cooked, I'll strain out all the bones and we'll have all that gelatinous goodness. And then it's just a matter of taking it. It's just wonderful and it really helps you feel better. So that's our first recipe of the night. We're gonna continue this. All right, we'll get that set and get that started. All right, we're back. Recipe number 2. That chicken that I pulled off the rotisserie, we're gonna make some chicken salad with it. Now it's gonna be the very basic chicken salad because I am leaving tomorrow to go to JTF, Junior Theater Festival, with my daughter's company. And kids don't like a lot of stuff in their chicken salad, so we're gonna keep it basic. But it's a great way to make a batch of stuff and not have to cook it all. Okay, so it's gonna go in the Ninja. And I picked some fresh basil because I'm the only person I know that has a basil plant in the bathroom on the windowsill. And to that, we're also gonna add 1/3 cup of Duke's Mayo or whatever mayo you like, and 1/3 cup of sour cream. And I like to combine the two because it lightens it up a little bit and it gives it a little bit of tang. And then of course, we're gonna add a little salt and a little pepper. And we'll give that a zhuzh. Oopsies, let me unplug. Now slide that over and plug it back in. Don't mind the technical difficulties. Okay. All right, let's give it a little check. Push it down a little bit. All right, now here is my secret weapon. When you don't want to add more mayo and you don't want to add more sour cream, add a tablespoon of heavy cream. It makes it really rich and tasty. I know you're thinking, my gosh, that's a lot of fat in there, but there's also a lot of protein. We're good. All right, now, if you want to add a little more flavor and a little more fat, you can add some bacon to it. So that's what we're going to do. because I know these kids and they love bacon. So we're gonna add a couple of strips of crispy bacon. One more zhuzh and we should be good. We'll take a look at it. All right. Now I know that's obnoxiously loud, but you gotta see it. So I'm gonna show you. So we're traveling, right? And I need to have my protein with me. So one of the easiest ways for protein is to take boiled eggs. But you know, when you're boiling your eggs, you always forget to start the timer and everything. This little egg cooker is a lifesaver. So you fill it up to the line, you pour the water in, you take your eggs, and you can go through all the trouble of poking the little hole in them, but I just don't bother. I just put the eggs straight in. And I'm just gonna do 6 of them. And I don't know about y'all, but man, it's been really hard to find eggs. I went to 2 different stores, completely sold out of eggs. It's like a run on eggs. I think everybody's gotten included to what a great, fabulous health food this is. All right, then we're gonna pop the top on there, and all you do is start it. And then it will kind of whistle when it's done. So you're good, so that's one less thing you have to babysit. So it takes about 12 minutes. We'll just set that aside. Let me show you, I made a couple loaves of sourdough bread for the kids, for sandwiches or whatever. And if you were looking for sourdough recipes, I have a whole little section of those in there, so you can check that out too. And we have to have morning bacon. And because we don't know what the setup is, because we have an Airbnb, I figured we'll cook the bacon ahead of time and we can just warm it up and be ready. So one of the things that I like to do is get a sheet pan with a cookie tray on it, line up the bacon, stick it in a 350-degree oven, and just let it go. So it takes about a half an hour or so for it to get nice and crispy, but this way all the fat drains off and it drains down to the bottom, and you can skim that off and keep that for bacon grease in a jar. Once you clean it out, you just add some water and you let it refrigerate overnight, and you just pop out the solid and wipe off any excess little particles, and you're good to go. But that bacon will be nice and crispy, and then what I'll do is I'll lay it out in a tray, cover the tray, and we'll bring that. So we'll have hard-boiled eggs and bacon already done. We'll have our sourdough bread for toast, and our chicken broth for anybody that's not feeling fantastic because they have a lot of singing to do. So these are things that we have to think about ahead of time. So travel food is very important. So let me show you one of the other ones that we take with us. And these are our prepared food. And you know, I don't do a lot of prepared food, but I do like these meat sticks, these chomp sticks. There's a great deal of protein with no sugar. And that's one of the things I always look for, is that no sugar is really a great thing. There are some things when we travel that we just don't make, right? I love these little brie bites. You can eat the whole thing, the rind and all. They come individually packaged, so they're fantastic. They have 70 calories each. They have 1 gram of carbohydrate, and they have 6 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein. So those are great. And then we have these little Parmesan squares. They have 12 grams of protein, so they're wonderful. And then of course I got some steaks for my husband and myself, and some cube steaks for breakfast with a couple of eggs, and then some T-bone steaks also for us. And then we've got some chicken thighs. So we're in good shape. We don't even know what the kitchen looks like, so I'm not really sure how this will all be cooked, but I'm gonna pack my little air fryer just in case we don't have the means to cook everything. And this way we're covered, because although I love to go out to eat, I am also babysitting my 7-week-old granddaughter, so that doesn't leave me a lot of time to cook. And going away is always about preparedness, right? You want them to stick to your goals, so you have to be prepared. Let's keep going. Sausages are going in. These are Italian sausages. They're going into the air fryer for 20 minutes at 395, which is the highest this air fryer goes at, so they're gonna go right in. And then the other things that we're gonna pack is a giant tub of cottage cheese, always good to grab and go, with some Norwegian smoked salmon and some blueberries. Now all the rest of the stuff we're gonna get while we're there, but because we're not familiar with the area or what they have there, I decided to pack up what's easy to pack up, and then we'll have it with us. So the next time that you go on vacation, give yourself a little mental checklist, or use AI, use ChatGPT, put in what you have, and then ask it to create a meal plan for you for the time that you're going to be gone. You'll be amazed at what it can do. And then from there, ask it to make a shopping list, and it'll just populate the shopping list, and you'll be good to go. If you want a demonstration of how that works, let me know, and I will do that in the next video. I wish you a great weekend, and have a very happy, blessed time. I will be with hundreds of kids, so pray for me. I hope this has been helpful, and if it has, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you comment and like this video and ask questions and all that good stuff. Our hard-boiled eggs are almost done, but regardless, I will see you on Sunday. Have a great weekend.